Button's not working. So we're starting this one in the middle. About 2 floors down. I believed that I had hit the record button, but I had to like do a hard turn off of my, oh shit. Shit. Okay, so maybe Polaris is what we use. I forgot that if I give health, I can't use my infinite ammo weapon. What are you gonna go do? Oh boy, that was close. Pig's not exactly helpful in this situation. If he could, like, shoot out a little pig bullet every once in a while, that'd be cool. I mean, I know he does that with that synergy, but we're not there yet. I don't know why I assumed he was dead by those shots. Very close. What are you two up to today? Oh god, there's spikes everywhere. Today has already been a taxing day for me. And it's still very early. Well, not very early, but still early enough. That's good. Anytime you can get ammo for Polaris, it's great. Not ready for that yet. Oh, this headache. Oh, it's because I have had 0 caffeine yet today. Space Necromancer? How's being a Necromancer different in space? I guess a lot of blue, breathless corpses coming back to life. Did you finish reading it or writing it? Important distinction there. Please. For the love of God, please give me the freaking turn in for this thing. It's gonna be the last room, isn't it? Oh, nice. I should, you know what? I should do that with my family soon. We haven't done it in a while. A big group chat like that. Ah. Look for work. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Bob. Ooh, baby, we are going to get the next ammo let. If you look back at the earlier parts of this video, you'll see that I spent the first giant chunk of this video testing out settings for various games, and almost all of them ran like straight shit. Not the stream ran like shit, not the games, and that's the frustration I'm having right now. I know there's a system of using 2 computers to kind of stream one through the other, and I'm thinking of engaging in some of that because I'm like tremendously frustrated with trying to run anything but an indie game at even like a consistent 30 frames per second. It's like, it's just insane how difficult it is. I thought I already found the secret room. Maybe that was the last floor. I'm not going to the rat because I don't want to. Gideon the Ninth. What's that? Is that the lesbian space romance? Necromance, I mean. Or is that a different one? Did those in the wrong order. But we're taking a key with us on the next floor. Stop! God damn. So many messages. Okay. Back to business. Man, so yeah, it looks like I'm starting in the middle of the run for this one because while messing with all of those, making all those other videos or all those other recordings and stuff, I thought I was recording because I was recording other things. So I think the first half, I might be able to stitch it together. I think the first half of this might be, or the first 2 floors or so might be salvageable from the second half of that, like, Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider thing. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider is one of the few games. Well, I have an Elgato capture card. It's an internal capture card that is, like, in my PC, connected to a PCIe express lane, or PCI express lane. I don't know if it's PCIe. But anyway, it's good. There's no delay if I use it with, if I, like, use my my Switch or whatever. External capture cards have, like, a weird delay, so it feels like you know, you have to put a delay on for each time you use the capture card, and it's weird to see a second or a half a second behind. It's very like, okay, so it's mostly her just raising the dead over and over. I was gonna make a joke about raising the dead, but it's a lesbian necromancer sci-fi. There's not much raising. Maybe the libido, the temperature, but not what I was going for. You know what I was getting at. Doop, doop. But part of me wants, because if I stream to, like, Jackie's computer, say, and I put the capture card in there, then what I could do is fully utilize her graphics card for rendering the stream, and I wouldn't have as many issues. And I could do something like, you know, we have a wireless keyboard. I could just have that connected to her computer and use that. I don't know. I think it's something to potentially look into. Oh man, I could have been given the Zorgon ammo this whole time, instead of, like, basically throwing it away. Because there's a good chance, as soon as I get hit, I'm gonna need that Zorgon baby. This thing doesn't stay. You've got to be kidding me. I was so certain I was clear there. Okay. Well. Oh shit, I know what I should use. It's actually one of the few bosses, that was dumb, that really benefits from that slowdown. Oh, I don't need ammo if I get hit, because I get the ammo back. Damn it. I have so many blanks and I'm just, like, choosing to dodge roll poorly instead. There we go. That sounds that sounds unreadable to me. I mean, it sounds so far out of my interests that I don't think I could read that book. Like, all the stuff you're describing sounds just unpleasant to consume. I guess is like why I don't like really any Victorian kind of romance or necromance stuff. I don't like the whole Lord of the House thing. I don't know. I don't see the fascination with it. I mean, I of course understand that people like it because it's from a time that seems exciting historically, but I have a hard time putting myself in those historic situations because of all the other terrible shit that was going on. This one's a mimic. Okay, so there's 2 mimics, which is great. Ah! I don't know what's wrong with me today. Dodging is hard. I will always like this gun. The littlest bomb bore. That sucks. This game sucks. Gives me the fucking junk synergy. Oh, well, I guess we got a synergy with that other thing, too. Is Skeletons and Noble Houses. Is that the title of it? Because that would be a good title. No, you already said the title. Gideon the Ninth. Oh, like he gets me one of these. Now that's a familiar. So not super exciting. We're still way lower on keys than I would like. There we go. It's like you heard me complaining about the keys. That sucks. There's like nothing. There's honestly, in my opinion, very little worse than reading all the way through a bad book. Like you feel like you owe it. In your case, it seems more like it's required by work. But whatever the reason, feeling like you owe it to finish a terrible book is just, it's just so taxing. Are those guys? No, those are Kohlers. I'm trying to figure out what a debt is. Without looking it up. I don't know why I'm being pretty stubborn about looking it up. Should be like 1 or 2 more. There it is. Doo-dum-doo. Doo-dum-doo. Well, I mean, even that, like, I think since it's such a time commit. Well, you seem to be a much quicker reader than I am, but for me, since it's such a time commitment to read a book, it's like finishing something that never turned the corner and started being good. It just feels awful to me. Like, which I think is also part of the reason that I think a lot of people don't read. You can watch a bad TV show and it takes nothing out of you, you know? It's just like, well, that happened and now it's gone. But reading a bad book is just like, it's consuming. Actually, he burns quite nicely. No, I want to struggle with it. It's one of those things that, like, there's not really a lot. Not that this game is, like, losing my attention or anything, because, you know, I'm still playing it daily. But it's one of those things that I think I'm going to see an enemy and then be like, oh, that's probably a deck at some point. I need to keep it fresh. They're all dead. That freaking tank just rolled over them. Bomb companion app. Only useful in very, very specific situations, and this is not one of them. No, I don't think it's that. I mean, maybe it is partially that, but I think it's mostly that reading is a bit less passive than, that's not what I meant to have in the offhand. I guess it's technically passive because you're not contributing, but I think the act takes energy. It takes focus. You can very easily not focus and watch TV. I almost jumped straight into that. And a lot of people do. I think more people watch TV and movies without paying any attention than they ever have, because it's, you know, everything's screen. I got 2 screens on me. I got my phone right here. Like, I could, my wife's computer right there. I could pretty easily, if I wanted to, make just like look from screen to screen to screen to screen to screen. And so I understand why people are so distractible. Oh man, motherfucker. And I mean I'm maybe as distractible as anybody else. But come on, guys. Give me the one that I want. Like the movie Grease said. Please give me the one that I want. Ooh, 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 baby. Ooh, 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 baby. You're the one that I... No, I don't. Which is why I don't like... It's not why I don't dislike serious television. I've watched some serious TV, but for the most part, again, I would like a contained experience that will keep my attention the entire time instead of a rambling, ratings-driven, continuing forever nonsense like most shows that are just gonna keep existing, because if they keep existing, they keep making money. So no, I don't watch a lot of. I watch comedy TV because it's kind of a passive thing. I fully admit that it's a passive experience. I'm not saying for everyone else it's a passive experience. For me, it's a very passive experience. I don't like it. I'd rather be doing many other things with my time, you know? I would like to get to the boss. So I appreciate the map. It's not going to be the wallmonger. Oh, it's got to be the kill pillars. Okay. So we're going to use Gunzing, I think, for the most part. Every once in a while, I'll start watching a show, and 3 episodes in, I'm like, this is amazing. And then 5 episodes in, and I'm like, why are they cliffhangering everything? Why are they spoon-feeding everything and people withholding obvious information that we need because they have to keep us coming back for next season? Like, that shit is so cheap. We're back to magazine serials. Like, I don't know. It just feels like the writing for those shows is... I think a lot of shows have been punished for not having it all figured out, so they don't try super interesting things, and then they have to double back, and it's like Who Shot JR or Lost or whatever. I don't think YouTube is necessarily responsible for that, because I remember that exact same argument in the 90s with the term soundbite coming out when news stations were using them. People were clipping everything and soundbiting everything, and it was not like a sensation then or anything, but it was first used then, and it's not worse when YouTube does it. It's the same thing. It's just it's a recurring cultural phenomenon that keeps finding new forms. Like, people were talking about how the humanity, or the attention span of humanity is just decreasing and decreasing, when they were talking about MTV and news clips and just all of that shit. It's a conversation that keeps happening with a new villain at the forefront. I don't think YouTube has necessarily made it better, but I think it was already there. Definitely need this. We'll figure out the rest at the end of this floor. And I think people will say that, and they'll act like it's, it's the YouTube generation that's kind of at fault for these things. But, like, it's older generations wanting their news in bite-sized, digestible packets as much as people that are constantly using YouTube. I mean, I don't know anybody that gets more information from Facebook posts as if it's full news than the elderly. Like, everybody's kind of responsible for the de-evolution. And I think part of it is just that, like, it's a feedback loop kind of situation, because companies see that attention spans are shorter, or that they need to keep just kind of throwing out quick bits of experience, and so they make movies and TV shows and stuff that really, really feed on that. And then people's attention spans are viewed as shorter, so they make them quicker and quicker. I mean, like, oh my god, I'm so glad I checked this before doing that game. I mean, like, you know, there were 11-minute cartoons on TV. Oh man, that sucks. Where they had to tell a whole story in 11 minutes before the commercial break or whatever. And then those got shortened to even smaller things with like YouTube clips and I remember like on Cartoon Network, there were the What a Cartoon show things where you would just have like an idea presented for it was like a pilot. And so you'd get like a little mini, not even a half episode to learn this thing. And it's just like those things did incredibly well because people wanted bite-sized experiences. And there's always been that in humanity, this need for things to be easily digested. And again, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Because like I said, the opposite is also true. These shows that are just like 13 seasons of bullshit happening. I think they need to if they want to keep people engaged. That's why I'm saying I think it's a feedback loop. I think it's like they saw what worked with people, so they capitalized on it. And then people wanted more of that, so they capitalized on it. So if you don't follow that form, you don't get viewers. And it's not just you're not getting viewers, it's you're not making money. You're not getting viewers, so your art or whatever is not... It's kind of beside the point of making art, especially in such an audience-driven field. Like, it is commercialism a lot of the time, but it's more than just that. It's that it's created a system that needs the problem that it's made. You know, like, it's self-feeding. We've all seen the joke where, like, damn it. Or we've not all seen the joke, but I know that I've seen examples of things where they talk about in the future how it's going to be a person sitting at a wall of TVs with just like images flashing before their eyes and they're taking none of it in. That's the ultimate state of television or whatever. And it's just like, yeah. I mean, yeah. But like, do you have anything more to say about it? Or any way to change it? Just like being aware that people watch a lot of stuff all the time isn't really contributing much to the conversation even. I just personally choose to... It's weird though, because anytime I bring up that I don't really like to watch TV, some of the time people agree. A lot of the time it seems like people are like, they're like, that's stupid. You're stupid for not watching Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or The Wire or whatever. These super dramatic TV shows that I guarantee are great experiences. Like, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm saying that I don't want 40 hours of a story necessarily. I don't want 40 hours of a story with it just being like dragged on for the sake of dragging on. My fiction teacher said it best, and I don't fully agree with him, but I think it's a great way. He doesn't like writing novels. He wrote one eventually, but it was kind of under duress, and it was called Novel, and it was making fun of the fact that he felt like he had to write a novel. Pretty obvious tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff. But he says, like, a short story is an idea. A short story is your idea brought to life as quickly as possible, and as specifically as possible. A novel is an idea stretched as thin as it possibly can be stretched. And I think he's right. Like, I'm working on writing what, for better or worse, is a novel. I guess technically it will be a novel-length book. But I'm ending up telling, like, a shitload of smaller stories. I can't just tell the main story because it would feel rushed, and you know, I'm kind of liking being able to tell a bunch of stories to contribute to some of the details about the growth of the characters, etc., etc. But I keep feeling myself just like adding another story to it, you know, adding another story to it, not intentionally like stretching it thin, but definitely in effect, just like continuing to put this stuff that's not. It's not the protagonist's story in, just to kind of have more to say, you know? And that's how I feel about a lot of TV. It's like, it's true that it's great, but it's also, in my opinion, true that it's like, it's unwieldy by the end for the most part. All right, Bob, enjoy your din-din. Oh, man. I hate how this gun doesn't... It just doesn't start reloading sometimes. This gun is so super boring, but I don't really know what else to use for the same effect. I have plenty to use. That's a dumb excuse. But I'm almost done with this one. Oh, I should check and see what my Polaris is. Okay, it's at 3. Oh, right, and I got that, ammo up thing. I mean, I guess Polaris. I forgot I had the little bomber. Don't know how I feel about that. What is this synergy? Is the faster? Ooh, that's a good synergy. I wish I had double vision or something. Helix bullets, scatter shot. Then this would be really worth it. Or a hip holster? Oh man. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Hey guys, stop making that horrible noise with your death. And let me focus, please. What? Hold on. My Gizette is at. Your pizza is great? I'm gonna guess that's what you meant by that. Oh, yeah, they're all right. They're better when they're not just like dying to random bullshit. My Gizette is at. I guess I can use these two. Oh, my head. Why the headache? Caffeine, I keep saying it, but I'm not doing anything about it. Man, shit. That was dumb. Dumb situation to put myself in. The result? About what it should be. Yo, okay. God, close. A lot of near hits there. Oh. I was never like a fervent follower of Aqua Teen. I mean, I watched it if it was on, but it's a show that I never like sought out. I love that kind of irreverent humor, but it's just like, and I still think it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's just hard to look at after a while, you know? Like, the same images over and over in slightly different positions, like... Oh, okay. I think that's because my stream was struggling when I was trying to run all those other games earlier. I'm sorry for that. It's a little worse today because I usually jump right into Gungeon, and I tried some more demanding streaming stuff earlier on. I'm sure you'll hear this way in the future. I'll just type it. Doodly-doo. That guy's still alive. Okay, I'm fucking done with the devolver bullets. Giving guys a second chance at life, giving enemies a second chance on life is not my favorite. If there was a way to guarantee that it would happen in the first 50% of an enemy's health instead of when they're 1 HP away from dying. Maybe this to say again. Oh, I loved Adult Swim. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it didn't... Again, and I probably watched most episodes. I am not as, like, intense a fan as I think a lot of people are of that show. I still think it's great. I just, you know, I can't reference all the quotes. There's one quote that I remember that I don't really hear a lot of other people saying, but I think it's funny, is, and where's the dip, or am I looking at him? That's Meatwad talking to Fry Man. Master Fry. No, it's Master Shake. See, I'm like a fake fan. I don't know everything well enough to consider myself in the same league as the real ATHF heads. I also almost always call it ATF heads. Or just ATF. The heads thing was new. Whoa! Alright. Uh-oh. Go in the pit, dude. That sucks. Damn, all of my bees just went... You've got to be kidding me, this close to the fucking boss. Like, on the boss. We go to level 2. We're gonna go do some other rooms. I'm gonna get level 3 before I take on this boss, and I'm probably gonna get hit in the first room of this boss. Hey, pigs and turtles, can you stop killing dudes now? Now that I need their deaths to be performed with Polaris. This is the pit of Polaris. You're deep in the pit. When you're going to extra rooms, potentially taking extra damage, not wanting enemies to be killed ASAP, using a bunch of extra ammo to get it back to level 3, that's when you're knee deep in the pit. I don't know why I remember it, because I think it's just like, it's such a little kid trying to be cool kind of situation, and it's really not that cool. Give me level 3, please. Give me level 3, please. Oh boy. There's level 3. I can't leave yet though. Take that guy out, and we'll take this guy out up here. So we're back at level 3, so we'll go. Very focused there. That was a really good first phase. I'm glad we got our level 3 back before we did it, because otherwise it would have been less good, probably. I actually don't think the face melter is going to be what we want to use here, but we'll set it up just in case. Ooh, boy, that was a little close. Well, I shouldn't have let that one cut quite so close. Okay, that was not bad. Oh, wow, that was a good dodge. I mean, a bad dodge, but a good recovery. It was a very bad dodge. That's what I wanted you to do. You knew it. And we did it. LGLF 416. Oh, baby. That's good. We made more money than we spent. That's always a good sign. And I think we spent quite a lot. Good stuff. I might... I don't know if I'm going to edit in the first 2 floors, but we'll see.